The Minister for Education met up with principals of colleges.
Yes.
In that meeting, he mentioned that government intends, and he's quoted to have said that, to stop the allowance to teachers and replace him with enhanced student loan. That is on record to have said the minister and the statement.
You mean based on newspaper publication?
On which record?
That is the record before the and the statement. Let me make a point. And the statement from the ministry never denied that.
Can you give me that?
The statement from the ministry never denied that. Okay, if the statement from the Ministry of Education had denied that the Minister for Education had not hinted of an intention of government to possibly replace the teachers' trainees allowances with enhanced loan, and that was never said anywhere, we could say that the Daily Graphic were putting words into the mouth of the minister.
Yeah, but in the same Daily Graphic online story. No, that I just thought I should just draw your attention to this before you carry on. In the same Daily Graphic online story, it talks about the fact that the two were going to run pari passu.
So whatever it is, it's an intention.
So the student has.
It's okay. It's okay. I'll come to that. So what is on record?
No, you see, when you talk about replacement, it means that the other one will be.
I'm saying that intent.
Yes.
Intent. And government said if need be is quoted, and the minister should come and say that look, I was quoted wrongly.
He has said so.
I didn't.
The minister has said so. The very first paragraph of the rejoinder says the Ministry of Education has taken note of a front-page publication in the Tuesday, 4th February edition of the Daily Graphic with the headline, Teacher Trainee Allowance to Go. The headline is not only sensational, but misleading, as their own narration of the story indicated.
So this is
it's clear.
This is the Daily Graphic. The ministry is having issue with the headline.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not even looking at the headline. I'm going to the content of which he was quoted in that report. I'm not even talking about headlines. Media men have the right to choose any headline they want, as long as they are not spinning and twisting what you are saying. You can write a rejoinder to that effect. They can choose the headline.
They don't have a problem with the headline. They have a problem with the story.
No. Exactly. They are saying that misleading. No. Look, the point is
he's reading the data.
I cannot.
Because what you're saying is not true. The second paragraph says that we wish to categorically state that the news item does not reflect the true and accurate reporting of what the Honourable Minister stated.
Continue.
So it's not just
continue. Could read the whole thing for them to hear.
The Honourable Minister, during his interaction with executives of the principals of colleges of education, Prinkoff, explained that the government is open to augmenting the financial needs of students in the colleges of education, to augment the financial needs of students in the colleges of education. To this end, he indicated that government would seek to consider an enhanced loan scheme for students in this category if need be.
Good. So
in addition, the minister was emphatic that government would maintain the allowances until further deliberations and a firm agreement is reached with all stakeholders.
Good. So for me, this is the meat of this whole argument. The ministry is not running away from the fact that there is that intention. Whether rightly or wrongly, whether it is just for or I'm not going to the propriety of payment of teachers' allowances. I'm not going to that. I'm saying that the ministry intention, even by their own rejoinder, is that in the long run or short run or whatever run, they want to replace the teachers' allowances with an enhanced, if they need be.
Where does it
I'm coming. If they need be, let's even assume.
Where does it state that?
No. But
that's replace it.
That's a statement.
No, it doesn't.
It
doesn't. No, I want us to be factually accurate.
No. You have taken a position on this matter, and I have to make it possibly clear that the minister has been quoted, and the Daily Graphic even came out to say they stand by their look. If I were the Daily Graphic, I would just release the audio recorder.
Okay.
To stop all this spin and twist.
Okay.
What is on record is that let's even assume you are saying you want to augment. Is that what your manifesto stated? Your manifesto was clear, black and white. There's no need for you to have education stakeholder discussion when it comes to a policy like payment of teacher allowances, because it was black and white.
Right.
You made it categorically clear that teacher training allowances are staying. They're staying. So even this kind of going around to say that I'm going to engage stakeholders to come to see if they need be, is running away from their own promises. So that's what I'm saying, that let us not try to twist the story. If you have, there is no, you should have contemplated the need be in your manifesto and said that the government, when it comes to power, we are going to look at the allowances regime and possibly augment it with other funding sources. You didn't say that. You made a contract, a covenant with the good people of Ghana that, Mr. Pratt, can I make you allow you people to make your point on this issue? Not that I did not have hesitation, I have reservation. Okay. So if
you are quoting something which is not there.
I'm not quoting anything there.
You are saying that the minister should be under said that if need be, the allowances should be scrapped. This is what
he's quoted in the original statement. It's not even the rejoinder. You are reading a rejoinder that came as an afterthought after the backlash, after the Ferrari of the Ghanaian people, after you have made a promise and you are breaking it. The Ghanaian people had descended on the ministry. You are coming with a rejoinder. Definitely, it's going to be different. So let us not go into that. I am saying that the words that were conveyed by the Daily Graphic in his reportage included sections that they quoted verbatim.
Yes, and I'm asking you.
They quoted verbatim from the minister.
Yes.
It's not that they paraphrase everything.
Yeah,
and I'm saying that let's even look at the part that was quoted in verbatim. And read the words, interpret each single word.
That need be is not
okay.
In the Daily Graphic.
The
need be is only in the rejoinder.
I'm saying that not in the rejoinder. This in the Daily Graphic is there. Let him read the original story.
Can you
read the original story? You can read it several times.
There's no need be in the Daily Graphic.
There is.
It's here.
There is.
Marked it for you.
I'm saying that there is. Read. When he was reading, I was paying rapt attention.
Kabiru.
I was paying attention to what he was reading.
Kabiru.
So let me make my point.
Okay.
First and foremost, this whole confusion.
Yes.
Okay. As to whether teacher training allowances would stay or would go.
Yes.
Need not to come. Because there is a manifesto promise, which is black and white. Okay. And even if the ministry is even coming to rationalize that and say that they want to augment it, they will run pari passu. They would run, together and to set a person choose, are all introducing absurdity, introducing confusion, running away from the shadow of a promise you made to the good people of Ghana. And that confusion is relevant for me. The minister communication will have to be clear, unambiguously stated that we made a promise with the good people of Ghana. And principals of colleges, you have come. That promise will continue. However, we have issues with feeding, which we never promised. We have issues with ABCD. We will want to look at how do we make sure that, because feeding of tertiary, I don't see how we should feed tertiary students. I think that tertiary students should be able to take care of their feeding. No one can blame you for that because you have not made a covenant with the Ghanaian people in respect of feeding. But once you make a promise with the Ghanaian people that I am keeping on with teacher training allowances, I'm keeping on with nursery training allowances, any spin to that is an attempt to run away from the promise of the same government. There are certain policies that you don't need education committee, or you don't need energy committee, or you don't need economic committee or summit to discuss. Even if they are discussing, the discussion should be how do we implement my promise that I'm going to continue with the payment of teacher allowances. That is the only way the relevance of the terms of reference should not be to examine whether or not we should continue with the payment of teacher training allowance or not. That should not be the TOR of the committee. The TOR of the committee should, among other things, include how do we finance this promise we made to the good people of Ghana. And if anyone was talking about it, they should wait for the committee to come out and tell her how the government is going to fund their promise of payment of teacher training allowance and native training allowance. I will not have qualms. But if the discussion is that we are looking for sources to augment, to run in line, and to set time that someone can choose, you are running away from your promise. And Ghanaian, we shouldn't be tolerating, we should not accept such a system of governance. And that's the point I want to make forceful.
Okay. But here's
as to whether the minister for education.
Here's my issue. Here's my issue with you, Dr. Kabiru. The minister in a meeting with some stakeholders, made some comments. Okay. And the comments have been reproduced or reported by the Daily Graphic online. The minister then comes to say, what Daily Graphic has reported is inaccurate, and that this is actually what I said. Okay. Now, you are still quoting what the Daily Graphic online and the Daily Graphic said yesterday, right?
Not that.
Now,
I'm quoting. I'm even using their own rejoinder.
Rejoinder. Okay, that's fine. So
I'm using their own rejoinder. I'm not even using. I'm even using their own rejoinder to say that even your rejoinder.
So this is yesterday's.
You have admitted before you go. Even your rejoinder, you have admitted that.
Yes.
The minister hinted.
Yes.
The possibility of having either a parallel system
or
a possibility of. But the bottom line is that. Government is considering.
The good thing is that
reviewing
the production
team.
There's
no such admission in the rejoinder.
Yes,
this is
but
the
rejoinder. He has read it, and he can read it.
This is the rejoinder. Show us where
I have said that. Okay, I'll give you. I'll show you if you have the time.
Master.
It stated.
Where is that?
To this end, he indicated that the government will seek to consider an enhanced loan scheme for students in this category if need be. In addition, the minister was emphatic that government will maintain the allowance until further deliberation and a firm decision is reached with all stakeholders. This is their own agenda. So now,
how does this mean that they have decided to cancel?
No. I'm saying that the government intends. That is the whole government. I mean, that's the whole argument.
Where is that
government intends?
Where is that captured in that story?
What you read doesn't support.
Once you show me where it was captured in the
first and foremost,
end this
what's
discussion.
intention? Let's get the words and define them and understand the meaning of the words. If you say someone intends, it means that there's a plan.
Yes.
It doesn't mean that you have executed it.
Yes.
Not necessarily you have executed it.
Yes.
It means that I am contemplating.
Yes. To do what?
I am contemplating the possibility of having in your own words, having a parallel system with this, or having a system that is enhanced of a loan scheme and replacing the student.
But not teacher allowance. Teacher allowance is not mentioned here at all.
I am coming. It is
what
there.
is mentioned
here
is enhancing the loan scheme for tertiary students.
For what purposes?
For tertiary students.
For what purposes?
Not
how do you give loans to tertiary students and say I'm paying to? I mean, let us not go into semantic anchor. Let us not be smart about this point. The Ghanaian people are watching it. They can discern. They can discern from this particular statement that there is an intention of a review of teacher training allowance. That fact cannot be taken away from both the initial original statement, the rejoinder, and then the news publication by the Daily Graphic in the second and first report of the Daily Graphic. That intention, that plan is manifest patently on the face of both documents. Okay, that we cannot run away from.
But how does
read it? Show us where that statement
I have read it. I want you, for the purpose of maybe I'll read it again because you want me to read it for the second time. The Honourable Minister, during his interaction with the executive of the Principal College of Education, explained that government is open to augmenting the financial needs of students in the colleges of education. To this end, he indicated that government will seek to consider an enhanced loan scheme for students in this category if need be. In addition, the minister was emphatic that government will maintain the allowances until further deliberation and a firm agreement is reached. And the most emphasis for me will maintain until further deliberation on the matter is reached with all stakeholders.
Okay. So why in that statement is it stated that?
Can I make my point? I'm making the point. I mean, this continual heckling and interruption by uncle, the uncle is not allowed. So
how can I
from this particular document, no person will read this in conjunction with the original statement and putting that in context with the statement quoted, attributed to the Honourable Minister for Education, will come to no other conclusion but the conclusion that there is an intention to review teacher training allowance.
We have to go. We have to go.
And I will be.
I want us to maintain our closing time.
I'll be happy that at the end of the day, I'm proven wrong.
Okay.
Because that is what the good people of Ghana deserve. Because that was what they were promised. That teacher training allowances, nursery training allowances are not going. They are coming to stay.
All right.
And the same should be said for the free senior education because the president made it categorical clear that Free Senior High School has come to stay.
All right. So
and these are policy issues you cannot hide under anything to justify.
Doc, listen. Anybody who made promises in the elections have to keep the promises.
Absolutely.
The president has to keep his promises.
And you have been consistent about it.
Exactly. He has to keep his promises to appoint not more than 60 ministers. He has to keep his promise to keep teacher trainee allowances. He has to keep all the promises that he made.
Yes.
So there's no disagreement between you and I on that score. But I'm saying that there's nothing in this rejoinder who supports the claims that we are making.
I'm saying there's everything in
so let me just read this. Let me just read this quickly from Surak before our time is up. So Surak from Tamale says, "Good morning, my brothers and sisters who are in the training colleges are not worried over allowances, but are rather worried over postings after they are done schooling. Moro, you'll be shocked to learn that 4 batches of nurses who have completed in 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024 are all sitting at home and are fed up. Now, on the so-called allowances, I can tell you for a fact, some students have completed nursing schools and have never taken a single month of allowance. The allowances were just a political gimmick, so that the NDC should look at this seriously." Surak from Tamale. So, Kwesi.
Why are you saying they have contemplated this problem and promised that in their manifesto?
Okay.
This
problem
was there 4 years ago. So if they knew that was a problem of teacher training, they should have added that to their manifesto.
Good to see you. Good to see you.